Check this out, guys. This is hyperextensions, a common exercise used to train the low back, which it's great at. Face down on the GHD, lock the legs, come down, use your low back to come up, all right? If you were to look at this from the side, you can see as I come up, at the top, I go into extension. So I'm ending in this arch. That's a great variation if you want to bring up your low back using the extensors to control that movement. However, something that a lot of us face is we tend to use our back for everything that we do. When you squat, when you deadlift, if you just go over and do the movement without thinking, the back is more than likely to be the greatest contributor. And there's a lot of different ways you can correct that. One of which is cueing. How are you perceiving the movement in your mind, right? So you watch someone deadlift and they bend over and they pick something up, which is exactly what's happening. But I'm sure a lot of us have heard the cue in the deadlift to, instead of visualizing that you're actually picking something up, because we tend to use our low backs when we perceive it that way. Instead, you grab the barbell, wedge in, and visualize like you're pushing your feet through the floor. That's kind of a way to hack our neurological system to get it to use the muscles that we want, our legs. Similar situation here, right? It's the same movement, it's the same position, but rather than using my low back to bring myself up and go into extension, instead, what if in my mind, I visualize my hips and my hamstrings, and rather than coming from the low back, in my mind, I think about my legs and my hips, and I use my hamstrings and glutes to pull my hips into the pad. Now it looks the same, but the outcome and the sensation is actually quite different. I'm using my hamstrings and my glutes to pull my hips into the pad, which creates extension. What you'll notice is the end position, rather than being extended, because that's done by my lumbar and my erectors, when I finish the lift, I end up in this more neutral position because it's coming from my hamstrings and glutes rather than my low back. My low back is still a contributor where that maintains my neutral torso position, but the muscles that are actually creating the extension are coming from the legs, solely because of the way that I am interpreting the movement in my mind, creating a different outcome. So try that, guys. Try, instead of using the low back to pull myself up, to use my hips and hamstrings to pull forward into the pad, and as a result of that, the torso comes up. Great way to create tone and sensation in the hamstrings and glutes before your next pull day, before your next squat day. Give it a shot. Hyperextensions.